I learned to crochet when I was 5 years old. My grandmother taught me. She was always crocheting with that little thread. She made all these beautiful doilies. And she sat me down one day and started showing me the chain stitch. And I chain stitched a mile long and thought it was so cool at that young age. Ooh, I'm crocheting. I loved it. And then I stopped doing it for a while till I started Wheel of Fortune. And my hairdresser was pregnant and was crocheting herself a baby blanket. I said, oh my gosh, I used to do that. Show me how again. It's been a long time. So I picked it up, and she, oddly enough, was left-handed and was doing it left-handed. So I started doing it left-handed, although I'm right-handed. So that was almost 30 years ago I picked it up, and I absolutely love it. I taught my daughter to crochet. Of course I did, and she absolutely loves it. And I taught her left-handed too, even though she's right-handed. And so, you know, we crochet together, and she makes scarves for her friends. And she was just telling me a couple days ago, she wanted to make these, some kind of ankle sock things that are popular. I'm not really quite sure what that is, but she wants to make it. So we're going to have to go and get some more yarn and make it somehow. But the interesting thing about that is, when I first started my yarn, of course, my picture's on the yarn, on this skein of yarn, right? And she was in a store, and my yarn was in the store, and she was with her best friend, and they're walking around, and her best friend didn't know that I had a line of yarn. And so they're in the yarn department, I guess, and she sees my skein of yarn, she sees my picture on it, and her friend goes, "That's your mom! Your mom's on the yarn! What? How is that possible?" And she was so proud. It's like, yes, my mom has her own line of yarn, and that is her picture, and yes, she is my mom.